All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol IDX, Ideanomics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So IDX hit newer lows recently. We were talking about the 170 mark as being one of the most important points to watch. If it broke through it, it would hit newer lows, and it certainly did. It hit 166. 167, give or take, and from that point forward it started to run back up. So we were seeing signs of a reversal, and all the different indicators were showing that. And you can see here how this ran up, support was used here, and it continued to run. And you could see how resistance today has been used as a support to stay above it, but there has been a little bit of a struggle here for the bulls, and this reached highs today of about 239. I want every single investor to be aware of that. 239 is the peak right now, and we're sitting at 215. So we're going to look at our new resistance based off the last couple hours of the day, and we're going to look at our new support based off the last couple hours of the day, and we're going to look at it a little bit broader. We're going to zoom in here. We're going to look at the high, and then we're also going to keep in mind down here at 166, 167, give or take, as one of the most important points if this was to go in the downward trend. But right now, when you zoom out, this is actually in that upward movement, right? You can see that the bulls are definitely pushing this one forward into that upward movement, staying above the 50-day moving average, and we're going to have to watch it carefully. So let's see here what the chart is showing us. Now, if this accomplished to break through 239, our next points of reference will be 244 and then up here at 249. So I want you guys to keep those in mind in the near term if the volatility in the upward movement continues to persist. So let's see here our 50-day moving average. Our 50-day moving average is 207. Super important to keep that in mind. As long as we're above it, the bulls are in control. The moment we're below it, the bears are in control. So I want you guys to be aware of that. 207, super important to keep that in mind. Now, our support here, we're going to look at in just a moment, but the lowest point reached in the day, which is not that far from our 50-day moving average, is 208. So if 208 gets broken through, this is a lot closer to getting to 207, but you'll also have this support here at 201 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear before this goes any lower. So I want you guys to keep 201 in mind, 208, and then keep in mind 207 and see how the stock is reacting within these levels. Now, the first support level, though, is here at this point, and we're going to go ahead and look at that right now. So that's 212. 212 gets broken through. You have that small window between 207 and 212 to see how it's reacting, still in bullish territory, and if the bulls are trying to reappear or are the bears tearing this down. And then you have between 212, 207, and 207 and 201 to see how this stock is reacting and if the bulls have a chance or the bears have just started to dominate this and pull this further down to newer lows, and it's pulling it away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So you want to keep these numbers in mind and pay close attention to these levels. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance, and the highest point reached was up here at 239, and our resistance level is 222. That needs to be broken through. I want to emphasize that. The bulls need to break through 222, turn that into a support, and pull away from it to pull further away from the 50-day moving average and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. If the bulls don't accomplish that, the 50-day moving average will catch up to the price and make the stock by default into bearish territory, giving leverage to the bears where they can actually pull this one down significantly. So the bulls need to break through 222 to reach newer highs and continue this upward momentum. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.